Hey guys, sorry that light's kind of in your face. So I'm gonna do the Nikki method. I haven't found, sorry my nose itches. I haven't found a tutorial for this method anywhere. So I wanted to kind of show you how that's done. So what do I do with that? You're gonna need paint or alcohol inks. I'm gonna get these together while we're waiting on some people to go live, or to come on before we go live, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna do gold, white, and red. Hi! We're doing the Nikki method. And I'm gonna make my own alcohol inks because I don't have any. I haven't really saw the purpose in making them, I guess, or buying them, because they're kind of pricey and I'd rather spend my money on glitter. So I haven't bought any yet. So I'm just gonna create my own. All I'm doing is putting a little bit of craft paint in a little medicine cup, just a little squirt, and then I will mix alcohol in with it. Oh, well, that's not good. Need to shook that up. Okay, so once you have that done, you'll just pour some alcohol in. I'm going to use 91% because that's just what I have on hand. And you'll just pour it in. I'm going to do about half full on my little things. And I just make this stuff as I need it. It doesn't stay mixed very well at all. So I don't create a bunch of it at one time. And then I'm just going to mix it up. Hi. I don't know who you are, but hi. Comment and let me know you're here. I'm going to just add paint until I like the consistency that I have for my alcohol ink. It's supposed to be fairly runny, but I don't want it too awfully runny, if that makes sense. I want it to be more creamy. Hi, Ashley. We're gonna do the Nikki method. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of that method, but it turns out really pretty in the end. And so I'm just making my alcohol inks because I don't own any. I just make my own. It's cheaper. Leaves all my money to spend on glitter. So this is gonna be, I don't even know about this white. I have to use a different white. Yeah, that's gross. I think that white was messed up. This is supposed to be an LSU cup. My paints aren't doing all that great, guys. Yes, that's what I need to do. But I just use acrylic paint and alcohol. It works fairly well. But it would be easier if I already had them mixed, I suppose. I've got to find some different white. I may end up using some gray if I can't find any decent white. I don't know that I have any decent white. I may have used it all. Okay, gray it is. Actually, I could use antique parchment, I guess. With your alcohol paints, Ashley, you don't know what to do with those? Have you seen those cups where they drop it on and then they like blow it? Or like with an air hose or like canned air? Those are really cool how they turn out. And of course you can do this one, the Nikki method, with the same thing. Well, it'll be fun when you get a chance to try it. Just kind of, what I like to do is get those Dollar Tree mugs. And the only thing is that sometimes you come out with beautiful accidents and that kind of stinks. But you could do that if you're scared to waste, you know, like an $8 cup. Or you could just do it and then strip it if you don't like it. Just play around with them. That's what I like to do. Just play around with it. If it don't turn out good, it just don't turn out good. Okay, so I need some gloves. I'm gonna mix some epoxy. I'm gonna do 15 mLs of both A and B. And then we're gonna get started. I'm excited. I can't wait. I've been waiting to do this cup like for a day because I had to, so I guess I should explain that real quick. For the Nikki method, you have to glitter and epoxy your cup before you can do this step. So I'm gonna just show you real quick. This is what we're working with. It's an LSU cup, so we're doing purple, black, gold, and white. But this is the cup and it's so pretty. Awesome, Ashley. So now you get to try. Maybe you can create one of these once you're done. But you want to epoxy this smooth, and then you can start adding everything else to it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try to set you up where you can see this cup, and I have issues with this thing. I'm just going to mix some epoxy real fast, and then we'll get started. And I guess I should have done all this off camera. I'm sorry, guys. I hate it when I have to make you wait. So what I did to get that color, I used a fine purple, and then I did a chunky purple over the top. The chunky purple is Malificant from Glitter Glamz. And I did that because I didn't want to have to use too much of the chunky, and I didn't want to have to do 2 coats of the chunky, and I didn't want to have to base paint the cup. So I was just being lazy. So I Mod Podged the bottom base glitter on, and then I put my epoxy on, And then I sprinkled on my chunky, because I only do chunky with the epoxy method because it's easier and it comes out better. And then I waited for that to dry yesterday, and then before I went to bed I put a coat of epoxy over the top of that glitter. And then my husband was home this morning, and then my kid had therapy, and now I'm finally home. And then I forgot my house keys at home, and we had to break into the house. It's been a crazy day. So I'm finally now actually getting to chill out and make this cap. Hi, Crystal. If you have any questions, guys, that are just coming on or that have been here from the beginning, feel free to ask, and I will try to answer those as I can. Right now I'm just mixing epoxy. I'm about to start applying. Okay, so I have a toolbox in my way, of course. All right, can y'all see okay? Hi, Tamara. Or do I need to zoom in? Y'all let me know what you need. Because I'm about to get epoxy all over my fingers and then I won't be able to zoom you. Okay, awesome, Ashley. Just wanted to make sure because I'm going to do the alcohol inks in a minute. And I didn't know if y'all be able to see that part very well. But I can always, I guess, holler at my kid and get her to come help me move stuff if we need to. So I'm just going to slather on a coat of epoxy. Doesn't have to be a super thick coat or anything. You just need a coat of epoxy. That's what you're going to drizzle in your alcohol inks in. So I'm just going to quickly just get some epoxy on this cup. I'm going to try to get it done pretty fast. So I don't want to take too long. But you just want to get it on there smoothed out. And then we'll start the Nikki method. Since that is what this video is about anyway, right? If anybody can't see and you need me to zoom, let me know and I will make it happen. Because I'm probably about to take these gloves off anyways. Who am I kidding? I don't really like using gloves because I feel like I can't do anything. Oh, come on, Turner. Go back the way I need you. Okay, we're almost there. Don't take long. When it's already epoxied, it never takes long to epoxy again. Especially when it doesn't have to be a perfect coat so much. I mean, they all pretty much turn out the same, no matter how quickly you do it. Alright, and then I'm just going to rub some on my bottom. Alright, so now I'm just going to turn on, my turner's all crooked. I'm just going to turn it on and I'm going to just smooth it all out so it's nice and smooth. I don't want any bumpies or ridges and all that. Sorry, I keep moving my turner with my finger. I'm being too rough, I guess. And I'm going to get that epoxy smooth. Okay, I think we're smooth enough. And then I'm going to yank these gloves off because I just cannot work with those. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to start out with the white alcohol ink. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in just because I know in a minute you're really not going to be able to see all that well. But I'm not going to zoom in too much where you really can't see what's going on. So I'm just going to kind of drip this in at random. Just going to kind of at random. I don't want to fully cover up my cup, if that makes sense. So just at random. You can see that it's starting to spread. It's going to look a little weird at first. And then I'm just going to drop some black in those spots because I don't want, you know, big spots of white. I want it to kind of meld together. There's really no rhyme or reason for this method. It's just how it is. It just comes out differently every time. There's really not a way to recreate too much of this cup. I'm gonna remix my gold because it's separating quite a bit. I'm trying to warm it up just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna drip in my gold, and I'm going to put more gold than I do of the other colors because this cup is supposed to be purple and gold because it is an LSU cup for a lady. You can already kind of see how it's coming out here. It's so pretty. I already love it so much. I'm just going to make sure I get some on my bottom. If you need any more colors anywhere else, if you see anything that's going on that needs a little bit more, like black or anything, just add a little bit more in. And I see the black is kind of doing like a geode effect, and I really like that. Some more at the bottom, one more here at the top. I don't want to do too much more, I don't think, because it's starting to really cover up my glitter, and I don't want to do that too much. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, can y'all see that okay? Let me zoom it out just a little bit so you can see the full cup. I'm going to get my heat gun. And I'm just going to start heating this cup. Just to cause all of that to move. When you heat epoxy, it gets thinner, and what's going to happen is all of that's going to start to move and blend really pretty together. Ashley, I was just using a popsicle stick to just drip it in. If you have alcohol ink bottles, you would just drip it on with the dropper from the bottle. But since I made my own, I just used the popsicle stick just to drip it on. Hopefully that's what you were wanting to know. Alright, so I'm going to heat this up. And you can't see what I'm doing, I guess. But I'm just kind of going in sideways motions. Here, I'll do it on this side. I'm not left-handed, so this is hard. But this is all I'm doing, is just going back and forth. And I'm just heating it up so that everything will start to move. That's what I want, is everything to move around for me. So now that y'all see what I'm doing, I'm going to do it with my right hand so I can do it a little faster. And it won't be so awkward. And you just do this until you can see it all start to move. And the longer this sits on the toner, the more it's going to really move around. And the more it'll take on its own life. So that is starting to really move for me, which is perfect. You want it to move so it'll create its own effect. And don't forget your bottom. You need to warm that bottom up too, that way it'll start to move around for you as well. If you see any spots you don't quite like, blast them with the heat. It'll make it move. Okay, so you kind of see now kind of what that looks like. I'm going to pick it up and show you from the top what that looks like. And you can do this with any color you want. It doesn't have to be black and gold and white. It can be whatever color you like. I'm going to show you the bottom. See how pretty that is? I think I may go back in and add some more black now that it's warm and moving. So this is all trial and error with these colors. Oh, goodness, sorry for dropping you. It's all trial and error because they all turn out so differently. You're never going to get the same thing. So I'm just going to drop some more in, some more black, and probably some more gold, just because I want a little bit more going on here. It's just a popsicle stick that I'm using, guys. Alright, I'm going to hit it with my heat again, just to get that black moving before I add the gold. Look at that. That is really pretty. I'm just going to add a little bit more drops of gold throughout into the black, just to give it some more gold, because the main colors of this cup are supposed to be gold and purple. So I want to keep with that theme and not have too much black or too much white. I want to have a lot of gold and purple. Alright, and the more it spins, the more it's going to take on its own character, and it's going to look amazing. Right now it kind of looks like a snake skin going on. So I'm just going to heat it up one more time just to move some things around. Get it flowing again the way that I want it. Break that gold up. And then I'm going to let it just chill and do its own thing. And we'll see how it looks whenever it's dry. And you may get better results with actual alcohol ink because it's going to move around a little bit better than acrylic paint. So I'm going to show it to you again at front, up close, so you can see how that looks. I think it looks really pretty with an LSU logo on it. I think it's going to look great. What do you think, guys? I think I like it. So I'll make sure to comment a picture on here of this when it's fully dry so you can see what it's done on its own, because it will change. So, alright, well, I guess if you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching.